This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to update your Sway ePortfolios. So on Edmodo, when you go to Edmodo, you can see that I've created the assignment. On the assignment, it asks you to update your Sway ePortfolios for Term 2. And you need to include these subjects or artifacts from these subjects. So you have socials, English, and Bible. The reason why I've selected these ones in particular is because since I'm using it for your parent-teacher interviews, if your parents ask me like something about your French project or your science project, I won't really be able to tell them much about it because I don't teach you that. So just for the purposes of your parent-teacher interviews, it would be great if you could give me some artifacts from these subjects. Okay, so what are some of the things that we've covered so far in social studies that you could update or include in your on your Sway portfolios? What do you think? What's something you can include?
Literary paragraph.
Okay, so for English, your literary paragraph. That's a good example. Okay, so one of the things that you could include would be either one that you thought was exemplary, so like the best literary paragraph you felt that you have written. Alternatively, you could also put one where I've commented on it in the annotations, and then you could use that as an indicator of like what you've learned and how you've improved. So you have those two options for sure. In terms of social studies, what do you think you could put up there? What is something you've handed in? Yeah, Liz.
Your Socrates and Bertha response.
Yeah, sure. So you can submit your Socrates and Bertha response. Alternatively, Priscilla.
Roman Testudo.
Yeah, so for sure that's also one that would be great to upload. So your Testudo reflections would be good. I'm trying my best to be able to get Sway to recognize the, I sent you the video of the Testudo formation. It'd be kind of cool if you could put that video embedded into your portfolios as well, just so your parents can see like what it was that we did. But I'm having a little bit of difficulties because Sway and YouTube aren't really in sync, so I'll explain that in a second. Okay, and Bible, you have your Alpha Journal reflections as well. Again, you don't need to include necessarily your entire journal if you don't feel comfortable sharing your entire journal. However, you should include at least a portion of it that you think best represents your learning. Okay, so if you could, when you have updated your Sway, when you click Turn In, and hopefully the internet will work. Yay, there it did. Okay, so when you turn it in, you'll just submit the link to your Sway presentation. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly how to upload a document to Sway. Okay, so when you have, so let's go back to like home. Okay, it's not doing it. I don't know why. Okay, so when you log in to your account, I'll log back in a second, and you can see it. Okay, so when you log in, it'll look something like this, right? And then to find your Sway, in case you've forgotten, it's just down on this like bottom right-hand corner. All of you have it at this point, so that is great. And then you'll click on your ePortfolio that we set up a long time ago, and just click it. Okay, and it'll come up like this. At the very beginning of the year, I had you kind of write some things about yourself, and then you had your goals for this term. Okay, so below, I would like you to write goals for term 2. Okay, so you're going to follow the same format as you did above. Maybe 3 goals that you have, academically, socially, athletically, whatever it is that you want to improve on. And then below it, you're going to have some examples of artifacts that you want to present. Okay, so a way that you can do this is if you click on Insert. I don't know why it comes up with suggested. I don't find that those are very helpful. So just click on this little arrow, and then you can select some options. Okay, so your OneDrive is connected to your Sway. So all of the documents that you've saved to your OneDrive can be found here. So once you click your OneDrive, all these files that are in your OneDrive will show up. Okay, and you can just insert them right into your Sway by clicking it and then inserting it. So let's say, I don't know, this is like my own personal like stuff. So let's just say I want this. Okay, so let's say you want to add your Roman Testudo reflection. You would find it in your OneDrive, then you would click Add. Okay. Now, it's really important that you name your documents in OneDrive because, like, let's say you haven't been naming it and it's just like Doc 1, Doc 2, Doc 3. It's going to be really hard for you to find because you're going to have to like look through all of them to figure out which document is correct. It'll take just a bit to load, and as it does, you can probably edit some stuff. So let's see if I can edit the name. Nope. We have to wait. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so once it's uploaded, it is, right here. You can see it. So when you go into your presentation, okay, so your presentation will look something like this. You'll have a title. When you scroll down, it'll have your About Me. Okay, it'll have your goals for term 1. Once you've entered your goals for term 2, it'll show up as a slide, but right now there's nothing in it, so it doesn't really do anything. And then below it, it's like it auto formats it in such a way that it's pretty intuitive. So it'll give you the title of your assignment, so your reflection on your testudo formation, for instance, and then it'll just nicely kind of display your work right below it. Okay, so this is a really good way of demonstrating your learning and showing your work. Okay, so again, I'm requiring that you submit 3 artifacts, one for Bible, one for English, and one for social studies. And if you could just insert them onto here, that would be great. Let's say you wanted to also include other things for other subjects like science. If you wanted to take a picture of your cell analogy, for instance, and put that up here as well, that would be great. You're not limited to just 3 things. If you want to include more for the sake of diversity, you can do that. However, I'm just requiring that you upload at least 3 things. Is that clear? Are there any questions? Okay, great.